Hello and welcome everyone. Today, June 21st, International Yoga Day. We are covering various issues and news from the Hindu newspaper. First, we will cover International Yoga Day. It is 11th International Yoga Day. Then, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited winning of a deal from ISRO for the production of small satellite launch vehicle. Then, Supreme Court permitted the release of movie Thug Life of Kamal Hassan. Then core sector growth, which slows to 9-month low. We'll see what is core sector. Then quantum challenge. IIT Delhi and DRDO have achieved a key demonstration in the field of quantum cyber security. Okay, so let's start. First is 11th International Yoga Day. United Nations General Assembly in 2014 accepted 21st June as International Yoga Day. So 2015 was the first time when the Yoga Day was celebrated. The theme for this year is Yoga for One Earth, One Health. This day was accepted to be celebrated as Yoga Day on the persuasion and diplomatic negotiations by the Indian government. What is yoga? Yoga. It has been mentioned in Yoga Sutra by Patanjali. What it says? Yoga is Yogash Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yoga, Chitta, mind. Vriddhi, the fluctuations, the momentariness. Nirodha is cessation. So, yoga is cessation of the fluctuations, the momentariness of the mind. It is derived from a Sanskrit word yuj, meaning to join. What is join? Connecting body, breath and mind to establish the identity with self, knowing yourself and identifying with it. Self, what is self? The body which we have? No, not the limited self, but the higher self. It is achieved in the state of samadhi. Will not go very much detail in the philosophy of yoga, but this is the basic meaning of yoga. You can use this line as it is in your exam also. What is the objective of Yoga Day? What we achieve through Yoga Day? First of all, promoting physical, mental and emotional well-being. Then India projected itself as a soft power. How? What is soft power? There are two types of power, hard and soft. Hard power basically when you use your power in terms of money, your defense capabilities. For example, the US, which uses majorly the hard power. But not only the hard power, US also has many soft powers like the Hollywood, the Apple culture. Soft power is using various other mechanisms. For example, yoga, used by India, Bollywood movies. In Afghanistan and many in Middle East countries, Bollywood is widely seen. Then food also. So these are soft power. So Yoga Day helps India in establishing its soft power. Next is this winning of deal from ISRO by the HAL. So here we will see, first of all, what is SSLV, what is SSLV and why SSLVs are required. Then we'll see what is in space. See, the news is that HAL has bagged transfer of technology deal valued at 511 crore from the ISRO to develop and operate and build SSLV, small satellite launch vehicles. SSLVs are what? SSLVs are, here it is written, it's a 3-stage vehicle, weight less than 500, this is important, and in lower Earth orbit, 500 kg lower Earth orbit. See, when we have GSLVs and PSLV to launch satellite vehicles, to launch satellites, why we need SSLV? See, these are big vehicles and they launch big satellites up to higher heights, higher orbits. But when we need to launch small satellites, don't you think it will be economically not good to use GSLV and PSLV? So we need to manufacture SSLVs. What SSLVs do? Basically, it takes less time in manufacturing. It can be fast production, leading to more launches. Also, small private players can also be incentivized to produce these, leading to more commercialization. Why HAL is given the contract? HAL being a private company, or say it's a government company, but it has, some private share also. The major aim is in space. What is in space? In space is Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. It's a single window independent autonomous agency, Department of Space. What it does, its role is to promote participation of private sector in space activities. It promotes and regulates participation of private sector in space, and that is why for the production of small satellites and for production of some parts of a missile or some parts of a satellite, the private sector is promoted. This is the purpose of in space. So this is important, the weight, the stages and the orbit. Then why we make it, these are the various regions. And then what is in space? Under Department of Space, headquarters in Ahmedabad. Next news. Yes, here it comes. Supreme Court has unequivocally asserted a fundamental free speech principle that certified films cannot be stifled by protest or recourse to hurt sentiments. What it says, to understand this, let's go to the background. What was the issue? Kamal Hassan movie was to be released. The movie name was Thug Life. In Karnataka, Kamal Hassan commented that Kannada has come out of Tamil. So the Kannada people, they got offended and the movie was banned in Karnataka. Then the case reached High Court. High Court also justified the ban and it asked Kamal Hassan to apologize. Then the case went on to Supreme Court. Supreme Court allowed the movie to be released. What are the Supreme Court's observations in the movie? This is very important. Supreme Court said that certified films, they cannot be stifled by protest alone. What is certified movie? Movie certified by CBFC, Central Bureau of Film Certification. Supreme Court says if there is a statutory body to certify the movie, then just on the basis of public sentiments and hurt sentiments and protests, a movie cannot be banned. It cannot be stifled by protests alone. It goes against the freedom of speech and expression under Article 19. Then on the stand taken by the High Court, Supreme Court repudiate the moral stand taken by the High Court. It says it violates the rule of law. There is a statute. Try to understand it. There is a statute, Cinematography Act, to regulate the release of the movies, and a body has been set up, CBFC. If it has certified the movie, then there is no reason to not let it get released. If there has been certain issue in the movie, then CBFC would have censored it, or some parts would have been asked to remove. But just on the basis of protest and hurting public sentiments, the movie cannot be stopped. This is the overall case. Now various bodies have been mentioned, like Cinematography Act is mentioned here, CBFC is mentioned here. So we'll see what are these. Cinematography Act 1952, it basically regulates the film certification in India. See, two basic purposes: safeguard creativity. Safeguard creativity. How? creativity of the producer, the director. Then it also has to put a balance between free speech and reasonable restriction. What is free speech? Free speech is mentioned under Article 19. Freedom of speech and expression. Then balancing it with certain reasonable restrictions which are mentioned under Article 19(2). So what are the restrictions mentioned under 19(2)? These are like sovereignty of India, sovereignty and integrity of India, then contempt of court, morality. So these such grounds are mentioned under Article 19(2). Apart from these grounds, no other ground can be used to restrict the freedom of speech and expression. So there is a body CBFC, which is constituted under Cinematography Act. It is statutory body under the Ministry of. You write the ministry in the comment box. Okay. So these observations of the Supreme Court are very important for your mains examination, and these informations are very important from your prelims examination. Okay, so let's move on to the next news. Core sector growth slows to a 9-month low. What is core sector? Say there is industry. For example, if it is 100 industries are there, this is 100%. Out of this 100%, almost 40% industries, which are only 8 industries. Separate index has been made for these. For all the industries, there is an index named IIP, Index of Industrial Production. Out of this 40% part, which is comprised by 8 industries, is known as core sector. These are the 8 industries in the core sector. And this is the various weightage in the index. Maximum is of petroleum and refinery and least of fertilizer. You need to remember the order also. So remember in this order only: petroleum, refinery, electricity, steel, coal, crude oil, natural gas, cement and fertilizer. In exam, definitely order of these weightage can be asked in the exam. So it has come down to 9-month low. It is released by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. This is also very important. Marks are 40% of the index of industrial production. And IIP is released by comment box. So 2 questions as of now. One is who released IIP, and second, CBFC is under which ministry. So now let's move on to the next topic, quantum challenge. This is very important, as a major feat has been achieved by the scientists of IIT Delhi and DRDO, which demonstrated a key advance in quantum cybersecurity. Before going on to the article, let us understand what is quantum computing. What is quantum? Basically, what is the difference between the quantum and the normal computer we use? The normal computer uses bit, that is 0 and 1, while the quantum computing uses qubit, 0, 1, but any value between 0, 1 will also be there. Also, it uses the 2 principles: superposition, superimposition and entanglement, where the 2 values can be there at the same time. If there's a change in one value, then the another value will be automatically changed. So various quantum mechanics principles are used in this quantum computing. What are the benefits of this? Very high speed computing. It can compute up to a level which the fastest supercomputers are not able to do. So what is the thing? When we send a message or any information across internet, say for example WhatsApp, it is written that it is encrypted. Encrypted meaning there is a code, there is a mathematical problem which is being associated with every information, so which is not possible to crack. But with supercomputer and this quantum computer, speed is high, so the speed to break the code can also be high. So this is also a negative point. So to solve this, see there, quantum computer can solve current problems currently out of reach at the most powerful conventional supercomputer. So in the experiment, quantum Q distribution scheme across 1 kilometer of free space in the campus only. If anybody tries to decrypt it, any eavesdropper tries to intercept any message, then instantaneous change will be there in the key. So we'll get to know that something is happening and some eavesdropper have tried to intercept the message. So the opportunity lies in if this technology can be scaled up to satellite and also in India, so to exchange the information. So how fast and safe it will be. But various issues has also been mentioned, various administrative issues. For example, the quantum communication is a part of National Quantum Mission 2023 with an outlay of 6,000 crores. But only a small fraction of this has been outlaid so far. So there's lack of funds, no regular flow of funds. Second, there's absence of single window clearance. Single window clearance, there's no. Then various documents which are required at various stages. Red tapeism. The term uses red tapeism. And persistent dependence on foreigners for hardware and software. Various materials required, we are dependent on the foreign countries. So these are the various issues which have been mentioned. Quantum computing is the need of the hour. Various countries are doing various projects on this. So it has various applications. So it is important from your mains examination also the prelims examination. So these are the news we covered today. Please give answer to the 2 questions in the comment box. First one is CBFC under Ministry of, tell me what ministry, and also Index of Industrial Production is released by, okay, which body or which ministry. Okay, so this is done for the day. I hope you guys are studying and regularly writing also. Practicing MCQs and writing answers is the most important part of the preparation. So keep studying, keep working hard, and keep working smart. Stay happy. Thank you.